Next
Why
time.
are you not haunting me?
Oh. In 1898, Hiram Clay Kellogg built a grand mansion for his wife Helen in Orange County, California. Tall ships inspired the design, featuring a 3-story staircase centered around a ship's mast. Kellogg lived there until his death in 1921, and Helen passed away in the house in 1963. Today, the Kellogg House is known for its paranormal activity. Visitors report seeing a woman in white believed to be Helen. Cold spots, footsteps, and whispers are commonly experienced, adding to the eerie ambiance. The feeling of being watched throughout the house is common. We all agree this was one of the most intense haunted locations we've filmed yet.
Hello.
Hi!
Hi.
I'm Tiffany.
My name's Corey. I'm the wedding and event coordinator here, and I'll be giving you your tour.
Oh, awesome. All right, guys, come on in.
So this is the front parlor. All of the architecture in the house is a Queen Anne revival. And if you can notice the wallpaper, it's actually reminiscent of pineapples because Hiram loved to do work overseas in Hawaii. He did a lot of traveling, so they wanted to bring that kind of the touch of that travel into the house.
Oh, I love that. Okay, very cool. Yeah, you can totally see the pineapples.
So this room is the rear parlor. Normally in the Victorian era, they would have viewing rooms. As everybody knows, the family would come and everyone would view for a couple days, if not weeks, I actually believe. But not in this house. This actually was originally the billiard room. And it was also labeled that way in the original blueprints as well.
Oh, nice.
So we have taken the liberty of kind of dedicating a little bit more of that to this room as of late. So our conservator has done a lovely job showcasing sports and leisure and, of course, billiards.
That's so fun that they had billiard tables back in the day.
Yeah.
So.
And fun fact, if you want a ghost story about this room.
Yes. Oh, we love this story.
We got a text message that said, the clock is ticking. So mind you, this is a grandmother clock. It's too fragile to wind. We don't wind it. We don't even have a key for it. Like you can look inside and see there's no key in there. It does not move. It does not work. We set the hands to 12 o'clock solely because...
But you can hear it.
Maybe you can.
I can hear it. It's been going on the whole time.
Is that a residual?
You guys didn't hear that?
No.
It's going to be on my mic.
Is that a residual?
It's going to be on
for
my
you?
mic. 100%. Yeah, I've been hearing it.
Amazing and kind of creepy at the same time. But yeah, so this clock does not get wound. It has not been wound in a very long time. And we got a text that said, the clock is ticking. So we came and lo and behold, I have video of it. I'll have to show you after. But the pendulum is swinging and the time had gone from 12 to 2:32.
That is so weird because like once you said no, it doesn't, it stopped ticking.
In your head, yeah. So you're hearing the tick. Or you were hearing the tick.
I can hear it clear. I could hear it clear. I don't hear it anymore. It stopped once you mentioned it. Oh my God. Okay, well that'll be on my that'll be a cool EVP that I'll get in a little bit.
So this is the kitchen, or reminiscent of the kitchen.
Okay.
So there are actually 2 stories tied into the kitchen.
Okay.
One is a little bit sad and the other is a little bit really rough. Which one do you want first?
Rough.
Okay. So the lady of the house, Helen, and her stepdaughter, unfortunately, they had an argument and things got heated. Mind you, Sybil was not her daughter. It's her stepdaughter. So Hiram was married before he married Helen. She died post-childbirth.
Okay.
And Victoria was her name, and Victoria Sybil is the namesake for her mother.
Okay.
So instead of calling her Victoria, they just called her Sybil. Mind you, I'm sure you can understand why that would have been a thing here. However, I'm sure that they had a nice relationship. We don't know. But there was an instance where there was an altercation. Helen got very upset and hit Sybil in the leg with a frying pan, a skillet pan. She was actually in the closet there that led to the basement. And from what I understand, fell down to the basement, had leg complications as she got older, ended up wheelchair bound, but did not die young. They actually died the same year, which is a little bizarre to me. But that one being said, the other one is there was something being cooked. I believe it was either hot wax or it was hot oil.
Okay.
Somehow it ended up on the floor, caused the fire. Wax or grease fire.
Yeah.
Hiram came in to try to help alleviate the problem, slipped and fell face first into the fire, thus taking his glorious mustache off. And there's only one photo in this house of him without a mustache, and it is up in the architecture room, so you have to check that out. It's very traumatic, I'm sure.
The stash is gone.
This is also the room in this corner where we got recorded of those guttural male screams through the recording.
Okay, so this is going to be a hotspot area that we should definitely investigate.
I think so, especially if you have a male present.
Okay, all right, yes.
I don't know that if it's just female that it will happen, but it could happen if you have a male present.
Okay, awesome.
Where specifically did that happen?
So they were standing here holding the recorder, and I was standing over there in front of the ice chest, and I felt it through my soul. It was wild. So yeah.
Where did the actual incident happen? Where the fire and everything was right here?
Right here.
He came in.
Right here in the center.
Tripped. Boom.
Yeah.
Mustache.
Tripped or slipped. Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that must have been like what he's maybe still screaming about is like he fell and like hurt himself, you know? So
Possibly.
If I face first into a fire, I would be.
I would too. I mean,
I don't know, because it's such a traumatic experience. As
Yeah.
you know, I don't know if that's like a residual
it could just be residual
experience from before he even passed.
Yeah, we've experienced a couple like residual loops. So either like a person like really walking on a timed loop, or there's just noises or just sounds that are going to keep coming out over and over again on the loop. So.
Yeah, so with the incident with the hot wax or possible oil, was there any scarring toward his face, or was he just like a lost mustache?
So from what I understand, you can see the photo upstairs. However, time had gone past since, everyone grows over time, your skin grows constantly. So when you look at the photo, it's kind of difficult to tell if there's any sort of scarring, but the mustache is very evidently gone. If you look close enough, it does potentially look like there might be, but we will never know.
Yeah, I could probably just regrew the stature back
yes.
over.
It never grew back.
It never grew back? Oh, okay, I did not know that.
Wow.
Oh, so then that is probably scarring.
Mhm.
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
That's permanent.
His gender was probably thrown askew.
It's very, very possible. So this here is the dining room. He actually modeled it in an oval shape because he had dinner with the ship captain in his quarters, and it was oval shape. He thought that was the coolest thing. So he brought that into the architecture.
Cool, I love it.
Nothing too much happens in here. However, this has been kind of the main hub of like feeling people on the stairs, because a lot of the children were seen and not heard, so they would be peeking over the banisters.
Oh, okay.
So that's really about it.
That is like a little perfect spot up there too.
It is.
Okay.
So you'll have to see about that later.
Okay,
But
we will.
this here is the office. Would you like to see
Okay,
that?
yes, let's go in.
So this is the office. This was Hiram's public office. And there's a door here that leads out to the front porch.
Okay.
His clients would come in here. He'd be able to keep the door shut here, to keep the family quiet, or keep the office quiet from the family, I guess, if you will, from the children. And then when he was done for the day, he would close and lock this up and sit down and have dinner.
Oh, that's nice.
This office is very important because a lot of his work was done in here. The only reason why I think Hiram could potentially still reside here, even though he did not pass here, I think he came back because he had a love of the house, but also because we had a paranormal investigator and a medium basically hear him say or ask him if he liked the new painting on the wall. And there was an acknowledgement.
You said yeah.
So that was really interesting.
I'll see if I can get an acknowledgement tonight.
Yeah, you totally should. So we've had some experiences such as that in here. However, there's also a night that we did an Estes method in here, and Helen was very much in this room.
Okay.
Because this is the room that she made hers after she could no longer do the stairs anymore.
Okay.
And this is the room she passed in.
Yeah, I don't like this room very
Yeah.
much. Yeah, it gives me anxiety.
The fun story about that is how they met is he was Helen's sister wrote to their uncle, who was also HK. And Hiram Kellogg received the letter accidentally, thought it was kind of interesting and funny to have a pen pal, I guess. So started writing back and forth, and then finally after some time revealed his identity.
Oh my God.
And was like,
So
hey,
funny.
just kidding. I'm actually not your uncle. I'm this guy. And
That's like ancient catfishing.
yeah, pretty much.
Victorian catfish.
So then the story goes that Helen intercepted the letter because Hiram really enjoyed the communication, and basically, long story short, said, if you meet me at this railroad station, I'll marry you on the spot.
Oh, that's actually kind of cute.
So Helen intercepted the letter and went to her sister's place. I believe that Helen probably was just a very, very strong-willed individual.
Yeah.
And did what she needed to do in the Victorian era as a woman. His one stipulation, because being a noble seafarer, was no redheads. So you're a redhead, so you might get some activity tonight. However, he said, as long as you don't have red hair, I will marry you on the spot.
I'm not a natural
She
redhead.
showed up, took her bonnet off, and lo and behold, she had red hair. We're back in the foyer.
Okay.
This corner is very interesting. So the door here is now a broom closet. It used to lead to the basement, which was at the old property. This property no longer has a basement since the house was moved here.
Okay.
However, this very dark, interesting corner is where we have been told that a little boy hides. Potentially his name is Nicholas, so I hope that you can reach him.
Okay.
But he's scared. Someone or something in this house scares him, so he remains in here for most of the evening, and then he kind of comes out and does his thing and tries to communicate, but then goes back.
So he's not one of the children that was in this house. Oh, all right.
And as none of the children, they grew to adulthood, so none of them died here.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, we will try to sort out who he is.
Yeah.
Find out.
I would love to know.
I love how this house is literally built around an artifact that he found so special that he needed to make the centerpiece of the entire architectural design. Do you know the exact source of this mast? Because I see that it goes all the way up, and from what I understand, this belonged to an actual commercial sailing ship.
Yes. So he found this mast, which is now 250 years old, or around that, from a ship in the San Francisco Bay.
Amazing.
And there
Very
is
nice.
a staircase that leads up to the third floor that was from the same ship as well in the archive room, or in the schoolroom.
In the schoolroom.
In my research, and obviously, as you've been taking us around and giving us this beautifully detailed narrative, I'm hearing that there is a little boy that's reputed to be hiding here. There are residual emotional events happening in the kitchen. But from what I'm understanding, the family here was really small. It was Hiram and his wife Helen. And obviously, could you please just kind of round us out as far as the cast of characters in the actual house? The people that actually lived here, lodged here, was it ever a lodging establishment? Like how did we collect these spirits?
We know for sure that Hiram, Helen, Sybil, and the four children to Hiram and Helen, Leonard, Hiram, Helen, and Oahu Rose, they all resided in this house at one point or another.
So
Helen,
who are your ghostly inhabitants now?
none of those folks except for Helen and possibly Hiram that we know of.
Oh, okay. So you have some children.
Yes. As I stand here uncomfortably by this.
Yeah, you're like, oh, get me out of here.
So, as I expressed earlier, about 85% of the things in this house were donated to us from the era, from other residents who decided to just donate. So there could be anyone attached to anything.
Attached to items like residual energy from those attachments.
Would you like to see upstairs?
Yeah, sure.
Perfect.
You
Come
guys,
on
let's
up.
go. Okay. All right, let's go.
So this is the top of the stairs. As you can see, it's a stunning view, especially if you go to the third story, which unfortunately I can't have everyone do. But to continue the story about the mast, this is also part of the 250-year-old ship mast. As you can see, there is a wrapped piece of metal there, decorative metal. That is where it was cut so that it could be brought into the house and then put back together.
Awesome.
And then over here in the schoolroom is where the stairs are that came from the ship where the mast came from as well. Would you like to take a look in there?
Yeah, that would be great. Yeah, let's
go.
do that.
This is the schoolroom.
Okay.
We've designed it as a schoolroom to educate our field trip students who come through during the school year about how it was to go to school in the 19th century.
Wow, very interesting.
So we've got some things like educational things on the wall. We have the McGuffey readers, which were very popular back then.
Oh, nice.
And then you'll have to take a look at this teacher rolls on the wall. It's very interesting.
Okay.
Very interesting read.
Teachers each day will fill lamps, clean chimneys. Each teacher will bring a bucket of water and a scuttle of coal for the day's session. Make your pens carefully. You may whittle nibs to the individual taste of the pupils.
You've all been very naughty. So this is the children's room.
Okay.
This was Leonard Franklin and Hiram Clay Kellogg Jr.'s room.
Oh, okay.
This room has some significant activity at times.
Okay.
There is the case here, which all of the objects belong to the Kellogg children, except for the mourning doll in the corner. And I was in here cleaning everything in that case one day, and it was quiet, so I put some music on. I wanted to put some period-appropriate music on, so I started playing ragtime. And that's when I heard the pacing outside the doorway.
Okay.
So there's normally a general urgency after you've been in here for a little while to want to leave.
Okay.
And so we understand that to possibly be Helen, wondering why there are people in her children's room.
Okay.
So I'm sitting here dealing with this, cleaning with my back facing the doorway, and over immense amount of time of being like, okay, I know you're there, thank you. Then I heard a heavier stomp. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go now.
Yeah.
Have a great day.
It's time for me to leave.
Yep. Yeah, it's the kids' room.
Have you ever had any experiences with the dolls in this room?
Believe it or not, yes. So all of these dolls here were donated to us over time. Not entirely sure where they all came from, but there are two particular dolls that seem to move and switch places.
Ooh.
So this ghostly little porcelain gal here and this little Cabbage Patch.
That is so funny.
knockoff.
Because when you walk
They
in, my
switch.
eyes zoomed to that one, and I was like, I don't like that doll.
Yeah,
Like
I don't know.
immediately.
I don't know what kind of monster designed that doll for children.
Yeah, I don't either.
That doesn't look like friendly.
No, it's like like 3 days dead.
It's like alabaster and not porcelain, so it's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
why. But yeah, so they tend to sometimes switch. It hasn't happened in a while, but it has happened in the past.
Okay,
When
awesome.
was the last time it happened?
I want to say maybe 2 months ago. So this is the primary bedroom. This was Hiram and Helen's primary bedroom, where all of the magic happened. The vanity was in here, getting ready. Everyone was getting gorgeous.
Okay.
However, fun story about these glasses. These are actually Helen's glasses. We, our old archivist and I were going through some archive stuff one day, setting up a display, left for the day. She came back the following day, and these glasses just randomly appeared on the archive table in the archive room. And she asked me if I had pulled them out or left them on the table. And I was like, no, I didn't even see glasses yesterday. We have no idea how they just showed up. They weren't accessioned or anything. We had no knowledge of them. But then doing some more research, we then realized they're Helen's.
That's awesome.
So then we shadowboxed them and we put them on display.
Yeah, it's a perfect place to put it.
And she really seems to like them because we did have that painting on the wall here and she did not seem to like that. So we put her
Swapped
wedding
them.
photos back and put her lovely glasses on.
Here you
for
go.
display.
You got to please the lady of the house.
Sure do.
So, all right, cool.
Yeah.
Very nice. So as for activity in this room, do you guys have activity in this room?
Yeah, so we've done some Estes methods in here. We've got some really good information from that. We've also got some not so friendly information from
Okay.
that. Not necessarily anyone being called names, but like very forcefully wanting us to remove ourselves from the
Negative.
house.
Yeah, just go leave. Okay.
Yeah, the children do seem to come in here as well, and they always seem to be attended by an adult, but nobody can seem to figure out who that
Who it
is.
is.
So I remember you were talking about it a little bit earlier about redheads not being acceptable. Is it possible if you can explain
Yeah.
more? Because I don't know what's happening.
So it is a long-going historical myth or legend that when you're on the sea, you're in a ship, women were not happily welcome on ships because they were a curse. They were bad luck. Redheads especially. So a redheaded woman was definitely bad luck to seafaring men, apparently.
They were sirens.
Yes.
Is it just because like the color? Or?
I don't know.
Okay.
We might have to do some research on that. But
Well, maybe it's like the whole thing, myth of a mermaid. Like when you think of a mermaid, what color hair do you think for a mermaid? Red.
Well, and
Ultimately,
seamen
yeah.
are
Okay.
so incredibly superstitious because
Yeah.
there was so much danger associated with travel
Yeah.
over the ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so basically, every time they left the port, they were basically holding on to a wisp of a hope.
Mhm.
And so everything had to be exactly so, just to ensure that they make it to their destination. A bad omen could predict the weather. A certain bird, women generally, obviously, were seen as a distraction in the Victorian era and were expected to downplay their femininity.
Which is interesting because even today, though, it's like we use intuitive signs
Yeah.
to
Yes.
basically break down certain things. So it's like even you had them way back a long time ago trying to interpret it, what these clouds meant or what this stuff was or what this bird meant,
Yeah.
and it's like we still do that today. We've just made it into our own form of, I call it my signs for mediumship. So it's very, very
Absolutely.
cool.
So this is the architecture room.
Okay.
We have tried to start really emphasizing Hiram's work by adding some of the things that he's done in this room and his achievements. However, we do have a very popular tour in the Orange County area called Haunted OC.
Oh, okay.
They do private tours here in the house, and they do a lot of the history and the ghost stories of their own on that tour. One night they were on the tour very recently, I think only about a week ago or so, week and a half ago. They were in this room, and Darcy, our Haunted OC tour guide, we call her the ghost host, she was giving her tour, and she was in this room. I believe she was away from this part of the wall
Okay.
doing her spiel. And then out of nowhere, this guy was being pulled out from the wall.
Oh.
And there's video of it.
Oh, nice.
And then it was swinging either that way or this way, but there's physical evidence of it being pulled away from the wall. But then this is the infamous no mustache picture of Hiram Clay Kellogg after the grease / possible wax fire in the kitchen.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's interesting. All right.
He has a definite different look in his
Yeah, he
eyes of this
does.
photo by this point in his life too.
He looks sad. His stash is gone.
Might honestly be why, because if you've seen that stash, it's pretty magical.
Awesome. All right. Well, it looks like it's time to go lights out and get this investigation started. Okay, so I'm gonna skip. Oh, it's still going off over and over again. Okay, yes. She just said yes. Are you making that go off? Can you make it go off again? Are we in your room? Yeah. Hello? Are you there? Are you there? Oh, we have the REM pods going off again. Okay.
I just scratched my forehead.
You're there? Is this Helen? Are you yelling at me? Don't yell at no. Come on. Don't yell at me. Are we bothering you? Yeah? Is this Helen? Is this Helen? I heard you answer. So who's here then if Helen isn't here? That was male. Look what you did. What did you do? How many are non-living? What was the person that got hit by the frying pan? No? She's not here? Dead? Yes, I know. Can you make the REM pod go off again? Yeah? You said yeah. Can you do it? Yes, you just have to put your hand across it. That's all, like you did before. Can you make any of the cat balls go off? Either. Well, I just wanted you to do that so we could see that you were here. I'm not trying to irritate you. I said, what? What do you want? Thank you. That's all I wanted. So they're making the REM pod go off right now, so that's awesome. Thank you, we appreciate that. That's all I wanted. Yes, really, that's all I wanted. We're not trying to bother you, I'm sorry. What was your name? Can you give me a clear name, please? I know it takes a lot of energy for you to... Helen, she just said it. Did you guys hear Helen? I heard Helen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Helen, hi Helen. Are you making that REM pod go off again?
Can you make a cat ball go off?
No? All you have... Oh, that thing's building. Just gotta wave your hand a little bit more in front of it and you can make that light up. He said dead. I did.
Oh.
Was that you? Who was that? Who set the cat ball off? Who's the child that likes to hide under the staircase? I'm getting a lot of interference. Hang on. Are you still there, Helen? I heard you say your name. Even though you said she wasn't here. Leave it? So how do you feel about people watching over the house? Good? Oh, awesome. Do you know any of their names? I just got a tour of the house. Do you know his name?
REM pod's going off again.
My soloist isn't seeing anything.
Well, they keep saying Sam. It's the second time he said Sam. Who is Sam? So you said, were you asking for Sam? Yeah. Yeah. So Sam would what? Oh, so Sam does work here, take care of the property. And he said takes care. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Do you remember his name? The guy who gave us a tour today? No. Okay. Do you know my name? Did I introduce myself? But see, the problem is I don't hear stuff until I'm reviewing footage, and then I go back and I'm like, Sam. They just said Sam again. I'll be reviewing footage, and all of a sudden, like, I'll hear something awful said to me, and I'm like, okay, I didn't, no idea. I thought we were partying. Apparently, we weren't. Okay, so we talked about Sam, and did you make that cat ball go off? Yes. Oh, thank you. We appreciate that. Is this Helen? Are you guys stuck here, or can you guys leave? I always like to find out every time I investigate anywhere. You can leave? How many children are in this house normally? One. Do you know his name? Say it again?
No.
Oh, cat ball's going off again. Do you know his name? The kid? Can you say the name for us? We'd be so grateful. No? So, who am I talking with? Is Hiram still in the house? So we had a lot of batteries drained. Our camera was misfunctioning earlier, but we are going to go ahead and wrap up in this room, and we are going to head into the billiards room, and we're also going to hit the kitchen right now and see what we can get. Apparently the kitchen is where Hiram got burned, and they can hear him actually still screaming, so we'll probably do some EVP work in there. And then we'll just see what we get, right? Perfect. All right, move it on.
Whoa, this piano is ancient. It needs some TLC. Hey.
Hey, what's up? So hey guys, you may recognize Josh from our Dr. Howe Waffle House investigation. He was the piano guy, but of course I loved him so much, I snagged him for our group. He is a wonderful friend and sensitive, and he has been excellent for what we're doing. And of course, he can play the piano like no other. So we were just observing Josh actually play, and there's a person sitting in this chair right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn it over to Josh and about what he wanted to do with the piano.
Well, you know, I've always been curious because when I was, by chance, asked to join the committee over at the Waffle House in Santa Ana, another Queen Anne style Victorian, I was brought in initially as their pianist. And I was taken by how music affected the environment in that house. The woman who lived in the house, her husband built it, she was so obsessed with music that she built a piano wall. And so the house had been empty and void of music for so long. And so going in there and playing their piano, which is epic, by the way, it just seemed to bring in a sense of welcome. And it seemed to create an environment that resonated with everything around it. A piano operates by hammers coming down and hitting strings, as you know, which vibrate. And that creates a frequency. It affects everything around it. That's why the piano, the violin, certain vibrational instruments affect you in a way that is very, very deep. So my curiosity is, if there are any entities, any astral beings in this house, how are they affected by the presence of music? Are they bothered by it? What kind of music is it that they would find most suitable? Do they even have that level of intelligence, or are they simply reactive? Songs in major key tend to have a happier energy. Cat balls going off behind us. Songs in minor key. This piano's a disaster, but so I wanted the team to be able to get readings. While this sound is filling this massive, sprawling house, that aside from the loving caretakers, is mainly empty, and all that's left here are memories.
We saw you sitting on the chair. We see you sitting there.
Are you enjoying this?
Oh, there you are, sitting on the chair. Can you make that light go off? I'm sure Josh would love to know that you appreciated his music, because we sure appreciate it. Cat ball just went off by itself, by the way. Okay, cat ball's going off by itself. Anybody here with us? Are you in this area? Can you make that cat ball go off again? It's the little ball on top of the bread, near the bread.
Can you make the cake too go different colors? You just gotta wave your hand in front of it and it'll go to a couple different colors.
We heard that you burned your face, Mr. Kellogg, in here, that you fell in oil. Is that true? If that's true, can you make any of these lights go off? Nothing. Yeah, I'm not feeling the energy in here, really.
I just don't sense anything here.
I don't at all either.
It's
This
all
is supposed to be one of the hot spots. Cat ball's going off and moving. And moving. Cat ball's moving and going off by itself. Are you freaking kidding me? That shit's moving. Stop moving. Cat ball literally just moved itself, just rolled. Was that you? Did you make that ball just roll and move right now? Yes, that was you? Did you make that move? It moved again? What in the actual fuck right now is going on? Are you making these move? Yes? Okay, well that's fine. You can make those move. We're totally cool with that. Can you make this thing right here in the red light up? All you have to do is wave your hand.
It's called a REM pod.
No? Well, it's a REM pod. It's actually really easy. No? Who is this? Who are we talking with? Is this a child? Are there children still in this room? Yes? QRSTUV WXYZ. Now I know my ABCs. Next
Why
time.
are you not haunting me?
Oh shit! Oh! You made both of them go off?
Simultaneously.
Thank you! You are a freaking rock star. We appreciate it. Did you like our song? Or do you think we're a bunch of idiots? We did.
He said idiots.
Oh, idiots?
Are we a dunce?
Are we done? Oh. I'm gonna sit down, okay? If that goes off, it's not paranormal, it's me. I'm just gonna sit because my feet are hurting.
Well, actually, the fact that you could sit and they didn't go off is a testament to...
The whole thing, I know.
Yeah.
No, that thing
They went off literally at the last
Was
note.
that you? Did you make that go off?
Simultaneously.
Was that you? How many are not living?
No.
So we heard that the kids like to still play in this room. This was your room. It's a really fun looking room. It's got beautiful windows. And you have some of your stuff over there that belong to you. Do you still like to play with some of that stuff? We have these really fun balls right here. All you have to do is touch it and it'll light up like a tree, like a Christmas tree with bright lights. So you're more than welcome. Now, if you touch that, that will actually go off as well. It will light up and it will make different fun sounds. So you guys can do that if you want. Now, how many children are in this room? Are there any kids in here? Are there too many adults in here? Are we scaring you right now?
Do we have anyone in this room? Can you play with a little radio thing? Wave it over your head? Wow.
I know, it's like a dead zone in here. Which is funny because I feel so freaking uncomfortable. Okay, so I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna move these over here because maybe we're
Not in the right area.
not in the right area.
Yeah.
And I don't want to scare any kids. All right, guys, I don't want to scare you, so I'll move those over so that you guys can touch all of this fun stuff on your own, and that cat ball just went off by itself already. So, yeah, it did. The one right behind you.
And so did the K2.
And the K2 is going off.
Oh, shoot.
Okay, so
okay.
let's move away.
It's going.
We're gonna go the
Wow.
other. Oh, all right.
Should we move the cameras?
Well, he's good.
Or lighting? Okay.
He is good. Okay, so I'm coming up and I'm gonna put this fun little thing right here, okay? And you can just wave your hand in front of it and it will actually light up and go off. Did we just not have that stuff in the right space for you? I'm so sorry. Oh yeah, there you go.
Oh, okay.
Perfect.
Do you
My
like
bad.
it?
Is it fun? Now, if you touch that ball, it'll light up with a bunch of different lights. That one's a fun one to play with too, but that one with the red top, you can touch that one as well. How many children are in the room with us? Is there one? If there's two, can you make it light up all the way? As much as you can. Keep waving, keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it, keep going, more. Two? Are there three? Are there 4 kids? There's not 4 kids in here. I don't believe it. But there were 4 kids in the family, right? So maybe there are 4. Yes, see? I am right. Now, do you guys stay up here or do you guys walk around? Can you make any of those other lights light up?
Is there an adult in the room with us? 2?
Can you make any of those dolls move? Yeah, you can touch any of those things and they'll all light up. And some of them make fun noises.
It's a joy to play with.
It's like a game. You guys can play a game. We like to play games. Do you like to play games? Now, who switches the dolls? Do you switch the dolls around? Because sometimes they're not in the right spot. Do we like to change the baby dollies? They like to move them?
Oh, it went up to red.
It did?
Yeah.
Do you change the baby dollies sometimes? Which one's your favorite doll? Can you tell us really, really loud so I can hear you?
Are you attached to one of the dolls?
I don't know if they would understand that.
Yeah.
It's really an adult concept.
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll let you guys go. We're gonna go to a different part of the house, but I just wanted to say hi and just give you guys some love, okay?
Thank you for making it light up.
Yeah, thank you for your answers. We appreciate it. Hi. Hello. What's your name? Who used to live in this house? My name is Tiffany. Go ahead. Now, is this the room where Mr. Kellogg and moved? Okay. The house was actually moved. Do you realize that?
Do you like it here or do you want it back to where it was before?
You want it to stay here or move back? Or is there a difference of opinion here? Because it sounds like there's a couple different people.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Yeah. Yes? Which ones? Which Kellogg children are still here? All of them? I heard all of them.
Sam?
Sam. But Sam's a caretaker. Whoa. Yes, I know, but Sam's still, I was asking about non-living. Sam's still alive and is one of the caretakers. You know that. I know that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah? Or Sam, they just keep talking about Sam. No? Yes? What about the other people that work here? Do you know the other people that work here? So it's just sometimes easier to communicate if through lights. So you can just run your hand over something. I'm trying to give you other options, or you can talk on this, or we're going through each one. So yeah, and I keep seeing something block out that shadow right there. Is there somebody in that other room?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it a female or a male? Male. Do you guys as a family get along? All right, well, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up in this room, and we're gonna go downstairs to end the night. But thank you for talking with us. We appreciate it. Oh, K2. Are you making that go off? Mom?
Sounded like mom.
Was that Helen? Are you making that K2 go off?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Who is this? Is this Helen? Or is it Hiram? Is it one of the... If it's Hiram, you got to make it light up a little bit more than that. Oh, it's Hiram. Hi. Thank you for coming to say hi to us. We appreciate it. Are we irritating you? We're just trying to say hi and meet you. Oh, okay, cool. So we love your house. It's beautiful. You did all this with the mass in the middle. Yes.
You did a fantastic job.
Awesome. I have like the craziest chill right now going up the back of my head. Is that you? Are you changing the energy? Are you still there, Hiram? Yep. Okay, cool. All right. Well, we love your house. We think it's amazing. You did a beautiful job building it. Do you appreciate everybody coming in and keeping the house in such good shape for you? Yes. Awesome. Well, we love that too. We want to make sure that everybody takes really, really good care of your house and that nobody disrespects it, because that's what it's about, is keeping the integrity. Now, do you stay here a lot? Are you here all the time, or are you in and out sometimes? If you're here all the time, can you make that light up? A little bit more for me? If you could just do it to yellow, then I'll take that as a yes. Perfect, Thank you. Right on cue. All right, is Helen here? If Helen's here, can you make that light up? You gotta make it go to yellow though. Perfect, all right, awesome. Oh, almost all the way. Is this Helen herself, or is this you answering for her? If this is Helen, can you make that light up all the way? Nope, okay, you're answering for her. That's fine, no problem. We don't have a problem with that at all. Now, are any of your kids still here? Okay, so how many children are still here? If there's one, okay. How about two? Two, okay. Three? Are there 3 kids here? 3? Okay, perfect. Okay, how about 4? Because I know there was 4 kids in the family. I'm getting the craziest chill up the back of my head right now. My top of my head's being touched. Are you touching me, or are all the kids here, all 4, or just 1? If there's all 4, can you make it light up all the way? All 4. So you guys aren't stuck though, right? I heard that you guys can leave. Or were you asking us to leave? Is there anything that we can do for you before we leave?
The K2 went up when he said anything to leave.
I'm just not getting anything when I put, it's like, and then the response will be so faint.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Hiram. Mr. Kellogg, actually, we appreciate you letting us come in tonight and investigate, and you and your beautiful wife and your children. And we have had just a great investigation. So we're gonna head and wrap for the night, and that's it.
So the most exciting part for the night would have probably been experimenting out during the night and going through and exploring the second floor during the night, just because how dark it was and how unsettling the environment was, just like going up the stairs and how creaky it was. I think like at a certain point when I was just going up them, I just kind of heard some whispering and just kind of really scared me out of nowhere. So I just kind of noped out of there and just quickly walked back downstairs just to see where everyone else was.
I gotta say the coolest thing about tonight was when we were in the student room and we put the cat balls and the K2 on one of the desks, and both of them went off at the same time. That was actually really cool about tonight.
Definitely the most fascinating part of the evening was getting to experience this piano here. I'm not sure how often the house is filled with sound, but getting to experience, or rather experiment with major keys, minor keys, melodic arpeggios, and seeing if the equipment actually picks up variations in the frequency. I'm really interested to hear the results.
Well, that was a solid investigation, right, everybody?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
All right, well, say goodbye to the beautiful Kellogg house and on to the next one. Let's go.